Just wanted a quick update that I have completed books 5 and 6. I will come back and talk about it in a little bit. First I'm going to eat some food, a little chickpea salad sandwich, and we'll go over what I've read then. Okay, bye. Alright, I ate. I'm good now. I'm gonna bathe in a second. I still have to go to my sister's tonight. I'm gonna get my hair re-dyed because it's kind of faded, and her wedding is Friday and I want it to look good for her wedding. So I'm doing that. I'll get some footage there, I'm sure, of my family and whatnot, if they allow it. So right now what I'm gonna do is go over what I have read, because I officially completed books 5 and 6. I was gonna try and go for a 7th and read This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, but also I picked up yesterday Vicious by V.E. Schwab, because Vengeful comes out Tuesday, and V.E. Schwab's like one of those authors that I just recently got into, and I really adore her writing, and she's coming to my area a week from tomorrow, and I am thinking about going to the event and a signing, and I think that I want to get Vicious read before all the wedding stuff happens, so I've got like the next 3 days to do it. So I think I'm gonna call it in terms of the Contemporary-A-Thon and not read more contemporary, which is, I know, like breaking the rules a little bit, but I don't know, 6 books in 6.5 days, I'll take it. My arm's already tired, so let's get into what I read. So the first, I'm gonna go completely out of order, but one of the challenges was to read a book with orange on the cover, and I read A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. I really, really liked it. I believe I gave it a 4-star. I'm gonna continue with the series for sure. Don't know when, but it'll happen because I really did like it a lot. It wasn't my favorite. I think the characters were fun and refreshing, and I am a Sherlock Holmes fan, like the original works. And this is just like a really cool and refreshing way to do like a retelling, and I appreciate that, so we're gonna do that. Also, orange on the cover, and what I ended up using for like my new to me author, but a lot of them are Young Jane Young, which hadn't initially been on my TBR, but I'm glad that I read it because I like destroyed this book. I started it, I fell in love, I read it over 3 days, which doesn't sound like destroyed it, but the amount of time I put into it, I mean, I flew through, and I am a slow reader, so that means something. I really loved how it was told in multiple perspectives, the way it built the story up to the end perspective, and it was just so hard-hitting, and the way that the narrator, the main focal point, Jane Young, is described throughout the book, the situation she got into, how I'm trying to figure out how to say this, how she viewed the situation she was in, and then when you get the actual cut and dry of how she was treated, it broke my frickin' heart. And like the little, not twists, but the like information you get at the very end is just, if you saw earlier when I was like just this way in the camera, I had just read something important in the story plot line, and it blew my mind. I didn't expect it, didn't see it coming. 5-star easily. So that was orange on the cover. That was also new to me author, but I can't say it was a predicted 5-star because I didn't think it would be. So next, for my diverse rep, which a couple things could fit in that as well, but I went with El Defo by C.C. Bell, a graphic novel about a little girl who becomes deaf later in life, like when she's 4, because she got sick, and the side effect of that is that she loses her hearing, and it's kind of just her growing up in school and what she has to go through. If you saw my last vlog in which I talked about it, it hit me hard as a mother because I have a special needs son, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I gave it a 5-star too. Not like, just come to think of it, it's been a really good reading week for me, honestly. And that said, I'm about to drop the books on my lap. I also have my moving boxes. We moved here like a year and a half ago. Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. This is my initials on the cover, and it's my entire initials are in Katrina, so that counts. Loved Summer of Salt. I was afraid I wouldn't because Chelsea loves it so much and I would hate to not like it, but the 5-star I gave it wasn't because I want to make sure that I don't offend Chelsea. It really was a 5-star read. I loved it. I loved how they tackled the subject matter. I know it wasn't contemporary, technically, the mystical realism, that's not the word I'm looking for, you know, magical realism. Super good. Super fast. If you want to check out Katrina Leno, I think this is the book to start with. I'd like to read the rest of her stuff. I know she's got a new book coming out soon, and there's like a giveaway for an ARC on Instagram, so you should check that out. And the next 2 books I don't have physically because I read them on my phone. One is an audiobook of The Vegetarian by, what was it? Hong Kong now? I can't remember. I think that's it. Yes. That's how much the book impacted me, which is to say not very much at all. I gave it 2 stars, like a 2.5, because I understand what it was going for. It just wasn't for me. So I won't get much into it because I complained about it a lot in the beginning of this week. And that is a book. I guess it's a format that's not traditional because it was audiobook, and El Defo could go for that too. But also it's like a dark taboo subject because it has to do with eating disorders and like weird sexual exploits with non-blood family, I suppose. So we'll say that. And then last but not least, I finished Roomies by Christina Lauren this morning. If anyone can recommend to me like a good Christina Lauren book, because I hear about them all the time and it just wasn't for me. So like, is Christina Lauren not for me, or is that just like not the best one to have started with? I thought the plot was like not great and I thought that it was cheesy and predictable and irritating, but the writing wasn't awful, and that's usually where I end up like dipping below 3. So that's it. That would be my like I don't know, I just read it. Because the other thing I think that I'm missing is 5-star prediction, and that would be Summer of Salt. That would be A Study in Charlotte, except that I gave that a 4. But my 5-star prediction that did stay 5-star was Summer of Salt. So I did a lot of crossover, but 6 books in 7 days is not half bad. I'll have more footage later. I'll probably update a little bit while I read Vicious because it is a daily vlog, and even though it's fantasy. On that note too, have any of you guys been to author signings? And if so, like, how long do they tend to last? I need to know for baby purposes. And I've never been to one, but I'm excited to go. That's about it. I'm gonna cut it now, get going on some stuff, and I'll see you when I see ya. I'm gonna hold, oh nope, can't do it with one hand. Small hands smell like cabbage. Does anyone know that reference? Am I old? I just dated myself. That's okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Plus 2 more full-length books. Like, I read 6 like legit books this week. Pat myself on the back right now. Alright, I just wanted to say that when I straighten my hair and I put it in a high ponytail, I end up feeling like Ariana Grande. Or, as we've recently found out, Ariana Grande. We're about to head to my sister's. I spent the afternoon trying to catch up on all of the booktube videos that I am behind on in my watch later feed. I've got, I don't know, many to go, but I got some in. Also, my son woke up this morning with a slight fever. Technically woke up at midnight with a fever. And now your girl's not feeling so hot. Because that's what happens when you have kids. It's just everyone's constantly sick. It just cycles. That's the update. Oh, I've read a little bit of Harry Potter because I was reading it before the Contemporary-A-Thon started. I don't have much more to go. Like, it's the Sorcerer's Stone, so they're in the Forbidden Forest looking for what killed the unicorn. that's where I'm at. I was hoping to finish it today so I can get Vicious started. So that's it. That's it. You'll see some footage later when I'm out in the world spreading my germs. Hey guys, it's now Monday, but I just wanted to wrap up my reading from yesterday. Hi buddy. I just wanted to say thank you guys for being a part of the Contemporary-A-Thon and being here and watching the vlogs and interacting, and I'm really appreciative of everybody who's new here and all the people I've met and everyone on BookTube who participated. Thank you to the hosts, Chelsea and Julie and Natasha. I got not much more to say than that because I didn't read a whole lot yesterday. You'll see in the footage before this, I'm sure. But 6 books in 7 days, all challenges complete. I think it was a very successful week, a very successful Contemporary-A-Thon. I can't wait for the next one. If you guys liked this video, hit like. If you are new here, please sub, comment, tell me how your Contemporary-A-Thon went. Otherwise, I gotta go about my day. Got a wedding at the end of this week, and we have a lot of preparation to do around this house before then. So, have a good week, guys. Bye.